Bonjour, bonjour, everybody on the west. This is Madame Rouge coming straight to you from America. No, I am not a French girl, but I thought it'd be appropriate for the topic today. I saw an episode of Tyra. I watch it pretty regularly because I really love Tyra. And this was a trip and a half. This chick was on the show and she actually married the Eiffel Tower. Yes, you heard me right. She got married to the actual Eiffel Tower, the one that's in Paris. She had like a huge not a huge ceremony, but bigger than any kind of ceremony you should have for marrying an object, I think. She had like, I don't know, 20 of her best friends out there, and she videotaped it, and she kissed it, and she was talking about how she is what they call an objectum sexual, which I guess means like her whole life she's really identified with having real relationships with objects rather than people. She said for a long time she lived in a closet trying to be with people, but it was just bad for her and that nobody should have to hide their sexuality, which I agree with. You know, this is a completely normal situation. I mean, what's so weird about it? The girl just wants to be married to objects. She just wants to have relationships with not people. So what is there to cry about? Anyway, she had a piece of the Berlin Wall with her, like a piece of the, something like this big, and she had it like sitting on a table like this or whatever, and Tyra was like, so if I go like this to the piece of the Berlin Wall that you like, will you get jealous? Tyra says, and the girl's like, no, because I know that your intentions are good and that, I know what you're doing, and so Tyra's like, so you don't care if I do this? And she starts like being kind of like weird with like the rock, and the girl was like, yeah, that kind of makes me a little uncomfortable, and I was like, it makes me uncomfortable, shoot. And so Tyra's like, I want you to pick up this piece of the Berlin Wall and I want you to show me, like what you would do as far as love making goes. Like what would you do as far as getting intimate with these objects goes, And she picks up the object and she looks at Tyra and she kind of laughs and she says, well, I can't show you like, what I'd do. And Tyra said, well, does that mean that you would do more if you had the chance to and you weren't on TV? And the girl was like, yeah. So she kind of like picks up the rock and she starts like, well, Tyra's like, well, do what you can do, right? So she picks up the rock and she starts to like do like this and like she's all like, touching it, and she starts talking about the transference of energy between her and this object and how her first relationship with the bridge didn't work out. I'm sorry, I know it's supposed to be a serious thing, but Jesus. I guess the first serious relationship she was in was with this bridge in her town, and I guess she saw it and like tear it down or it crumbled or something, and she said it like tore her whole world apart. She said like seeing that bridge come down, she said, and she started crying and saying like, I don't think that anybody ever gets over the loss of a loved one. I don't care what anyone says. And it's kind of like hats off to her because she's being who she wants to be, which is like obviously a super freak, which, hey, why should I care anyways, It's like, I'm a super freak, I'm super freaky, yeah. Anyways, so I'm glad, I am so stoked on the kind of feedback I've been getting from everybody here, and I'm so stoked on the ideas that people have been giving me, and I'm so stoked on the comments, and I'm loving it, and You know, if there's anything you'd like Madame Rouge to do, I will address it and I will work on it. MC Considerate, you know who you are. I think that it would be better if we both covered Informer together because, you know, I kind of don't even want to cover that song by myself. I don't even know if I want to go there. So I think the only way I do it is if I got to hook up with my friend, my MC friend, MC Considerate. Check him out. YouTube right now. MC Considerate. He's probably, if you can't find him on the YouTube user, he's definitely on my page on a comment somewhere, and you'll see it says Considerate. Go check his YouTube out. Go check it out. Go check out a song called Where Were You When Twitter Went Down? And tell me that's not like one of the best songs you've ever heard in your life. Because if you did, I just disagree with you. So I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And, you know, and I kind of wanted to talk a minute about, you know, being a female in the MC and the hip-hop world, you know, and kind of talk about a little bit of, like, freestyle rhyming. A lot of people think that freestyle rhyming, like, the goodness within it comes a lot from, you know, this, I guess, this, like, how fast maybe you can rhyme, and I think that's a very silly thing. I think that the best rhymes are the ones that are well thought out. I mean, I guess that's why freestyling is such a challenge, but at the same time, freestyling isn't really the challenge. It's thinking about what you say before you say it. What's the matter, Pookie? What's the matter, Pookie? What are you over there crying about, huh? Come here and make it so people don't think I'm insane. Come on. There really is a cat over there, I swear to God, it's my cat. He's just not coming over here because he wants you guys to think that I'm crazy. Anyways, my point is like, you could rhyme fast as a task, but I'd rather be slow and dope than be whack rhyming real fast, which shows a lack of what you really know. So, Madame Rouge can't take into account the fact that you want me to speak faster than how I can think. You gotta understand, you know, that it takes me to the brink. That when I'm on the bus arguing about some stupid shit like whether Lady Gaga is fucking hip, I still gotta keep in mind that I got my whole career ahead of me in my life. I keep in mind every day that I count my blessings and that I see every morning and that I see the sun and the moon every night, and I never take for granted my life. I always look around me. I'm always aware. I keep my wits about me. And sometimes you gotta go there. It's Darwinism. It's survival of the fittest. Live or die. Period. That's the way it is. You know? And as far as alter egos and entertainment goes, it's like, embrace that shit like it'll go away if you don't, because it will. You know? You don't want to be... I don't want to be another woman who grew up to have a child before I could fulfill my own dreams, because I don't want to reflect my own dreams upon another, you know, human being, which is usually what ends up happening when a female gets into something. She gets a little scared, she gets a little discouraged, so then she has a kid and gives them all the courage. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna be in my own pageant. Madame Rouge is gonna win. Y'all are gonna see. This rising star is just rising. Peace.